Hello everyone, welcome to Abnormal Investigations. Still trying to get over this cold, but I'm doing a lot better, thank God for that. Man, this has been a tough thing to get over. It's like it was a cold and a virus wrapped into one. Well, I've got another encounter for you. This one here is a little bit different, which will make us ask a few questions at the end. Definitely made me wonder something just from, some interviews that I've done. So I'm going to get your all's opinion at the end of this and see what you all think and if you agree. Don't forget, we'll be live Monday night, guys. Should be a good live. We're going to be talking about Brenda Hamilton and the newest things that came up in that case. Man, it's a sad case, and a whole lot of questions I'm sure is going to be asked that night. I know Jessie said she's already got a lot of questions, already got me nervous, but should be a good night. I remember when I first broke the story and some things that I found in that, and very interesting. I know a lot of people's covered it, but I think we have a little more than what most people had, dug a little deeper, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I'll never forget the terrifying encounter I had with the mysterious creature on the forest road in Utah. I was driving from Los Angeles to Wyoming to move in with my boyfriend, a 15-hour trip. To break up the journey, I stopped in Utah to visit a friend. As I continued driving through the night, I decided to push through the last 8 hours of my trip. Around 1 a.m. I was driving on a narrow forest road about an hour outside of Salt Lake City when I encountered a decapitated deer blocking the road. Mind you, this was a very narrow road with deep ditches. There was no way around. I tried calling my boyfriend, but the signal kept dropping. He advised me to drive over the deer, warning me that getting out of the car might put me at risk of encountering a predator that may have killed the deer. However, I decided to get out and move the deer because I drive a low-profile car and did not want to risk blowing a tire on this scary back road. As I approached the deer, the crickets stopped chirping, and an eerie silence fell over the area. I heard a faint sound of drums being played. Yes, drums. The only sound was the drums and my car engine. I quickly grabbed the deer's body and I drug it to the side of the road and I returned to my car. That's when I saw the most horrible, horrific thing ever in my life. It was, I'm guessing, around 7 to 8 foot tall. It had dark hair, wolf-like creature standing next to my open car door. Its eyes were focused on me, and they were a yellow reflection, almost like a reflector in the driveway. It had long canine teeth, which it was not afraid to show me. The creature's claws scraped against the car window as it placed its hand at the top of my open car door. What struck me as odd was that the creature was holding a cane in one hand, its grip tight around the handle. I froze in fear, unable to move or speak. The creature took a step closer, its eyes fixed on me. When I finally broke free, from like a paralysis, I guess, I took a step back, but the creature, he charged right at me. I swerved to avoid the creature's swipe and ran back to my car. The creature stumbled and he fell into the ditch. And he was using the cane to try to get up quickly, throwing gravel and dust everywhere with his legs kicking. I'm guessing he was old. Probably why he had the cane. I don't know. I don't know nothing about these things. I'm just guessing. I jumped in my car and I sped away, shaken and traumatized. As I passed the spot where the deer was, the creature lunged at my car out of the ditch, hitting the side of my car, causing it to shake. I drove for 20 minutes, my heart racing, until I finally felt safe enough to call my boyfriend. I was frantic, and I could barely speak. He was equally upset listening to my account and terrifying encounter. I also reported the incident to the police, who claimed to have received similar reports from other witnesses who had driven on the same road that night. I couldn't believe when I called them they told me they had had several reports of something in the ditch jumping out toward their vehicles. However, I remain uncertain about the nature of the creature and the reality of the encounter. I mean, what in the hell was something like this doing? I've been struggling to come to terms with what happened, questioning my own sanity and wondering if I really saw what I think I did, but I know I did. My boyfriend, he's been very supportive, but I'm shaken by the experience. I don't want to believe it's real, but I know it was real because I've seen it. It's like a struggle inside of myself. It's like everything I've been told in my life that they don't exist is arguing with what I actually saw that knows they do exist. It's hard to explain. The incident has left me with many unanswered questions. What was the creature? Was it a known animal? Well, hell no, it wasn't. I know better than that. Why am I asking myself stupid questions? Why did it attack me? And what would have happened if I hadn't managed to escape? My encounter has sparked a lot of interest and debate online. I spoke to a lot of my friends about it, and they ask me questions daily about it. I don't even have any answers for them. All I know is I'm struggling with this. What do you think about this encounter? Is there anything that sticks out to you, Mike? Well, I have never heard of one having a cane, so that's a first for me. And it goes back to if the shaman are correct that these are shapeshifters. It makes you wonder, what are they really? What are they really deep down? And carrying a cane, and I understand why you would say that it would be old, because that'd be your first thought, is it needed a cane to walk, or maybe it had been injured. I'm not sure. Another thing that I thought was really scary was it used the deer to block the road. It's almost like it was trapping somebody, and that tells me that the creature had food, but for some reason it was looking for a victim. So that's really scary. This was a very evil, sinister creature that you ran into, I would say, because even though it had a food source, it was willing to use that food source to prey upon a human, or at least try to, as it did. So that means that it was a very vengeful, probably very, very aggressive creature that you ran into, and I'd say you're very lucky that it missed you when it came towards you. It probably seen you as at the minimum, a very easy victim, I guess we would say, or you were out there alone on a dark road outside of your vehicle. I mean, this thing definitely had the opportunity, and they are opportunists, to do whatever it wanted to you. Kill you, eat you, drag you off, abduct you, 411. I mean, there was a case about a doctor that I read about. Her car was also found in the road with the door open, and she was missing also. And of course, her ending was not as good as your ending. So these things, I do believe, do things to get vehicles to stop and to get you to get out. My advice would be, if you run onto something like that, either run over the back end of it where the horns and stuff are not at, just drive over it, or turn around and go the other way. Don't get out and walk up to it. You're very vulnerable when you get out, because remember, this thing has set up the area. It knows the area better than you. You're driving up on it. You've got night blindness with your headlights and everything on. Not a good scenario for you to get out of the vehicle. I wouldn't do it. Well, I can't say I wouldn't do it, but you shouldn't do it. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you don't mind, share this out. Click the like button. And remember, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And we'll see you on the next one.